still with Counterpunch Boxing News. I am live as promised for the day afternoon, tomorrow night, the day or the night after the day, should I say. And let's talk some boxing. Beautiful day today, man. I am just out here at the park like I do sometimes, enjoying the nature. You know, I'm a nature cat, you know, bona fide country boy. So it is what it is. You know, I like it. I like being out here. And let's talk about the latest day of boxing. My man, the legend, the myth, St. Don is in the building. What's up, brother? Good evening to you. You guys come in, hit that like button, will you? I want to talk about Berlanga, man. Edgar Berlanga. I want to talk a little bit about Big John Fury, him and his barn theory. Bars. The light heavyweight division overall. David Benavidez, Canelo Alvarez. You know, we got a lot to talk about today. You know, that's been spewing the words around the boxing forums. You know, I hope you guys have had a good weekend. I've had a long weekend, actually. But it's been overall good. You know, it has been overall good. So, just did a set of my jump rope, getting some cardio in today. St. Don Froch loves to roll on the cobbles. How about a roll in the hay? Ooh, listen. Let me start with Big John Fury. Since we're talking about Big John and Froch and, you know, and company, understand something. I am not disillusioned by anything that has anything to do with celebrity status. I know people are going to talk, people are going to speak their minds, people are going to hate, people are going to participate, people are going to do all the above, you know, because once you start, if you're famous or infamous, you are known, okay? And one thing about the Furies are known. Skrilla 50 in the building, counterpunch to you, bro. Snake Plissken. AJ appreciates the support. I heard that, Snake Plissken. Absolutely. He should support any support, but support, that's a good word. Anytime when you have anyone talking about you, good or bad, it's support. It's publicity. You know, and John Fury is no exception. He's no exception. I mean, he's the father of one of the best heavyweights in the world. Right? If not the best heavyweight of the era, Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. St. Don, what's up, champ? And people are going to talk, you know, and John, being a father, he's going to support, he's going to back his son, you know, but Big John, there is an incentive, you know. Yeah, not only will he support his son, he's also going to pick a fight too. You know, because I think a lot is left in John Fury, a lot that probably should have been left in the ring. If you really think about, you know, the 11 years that he spent in prison, that could have been towards his boxing career. So, you know, I think he was, 12-8 or something like that. I think if John, honestly, wouldn't have went to jail, wouldn't have lost his cool, wouldn't have got into the altercation that put him in the clink, I think he would have been probably better off or more successful, or at least had his fair share of punches, bobs, and weaves, wins, losses, draws, and KOs. Okay, so I think that's bothering him. You know, if you look deeper, and I think of psychology of people, and I wonder why. Like, hey, you know, why is this guy like this? Why is this guy like that? You know, I mean, because maybe he didn't have, or maybe he didn't get enough of something that he should have received. You know what I mean? You know, so Stewart, what's up, Kurt? You good, buddy? Man, I'm great. Feel great. Feel wonderful, man. I feel real good. You know what I mean? And I'm really blessed and happy to say that. I feel great. You know, I feel great. But yeah, but Big John Fury, you know, I mean, I think a lot of that spews into the criticism he gets, or however they look at it, you know, hate, criticism. You know, I mean, I just feel that, that spews into that, because I think if it wasn't for that, any hotties in the park, no, just me actually. See a girl that walked by, I got a little loud. She was like, you know, if she was hot, I couldn't see from where I'm at, but I ran her off. Hello, crew. Big John's salt level is higher than the Dead Seas. Ouch. Damn. Well, I call it misadventure. That's what I call it. Misadventure. You know, Big John, you know, he still wants to fight. You know, maybe that's just a fight. Maybe that's just the way he is. Maybe they are fighting guys and they'll fight to the day they drop. You know, but I think it's more to it than that, I think. But I could be wrong, you know. So, but him talking about this barn situation, I want to get him in the barn and give him a good hiding, and whoever comes out is the better man. I'm like, I don't know about that one. Okay, you want someone to go onto your property in your barn, where it could be God knows what is in the barn. Hell, it could be a knife, a gun, a hammer, a seesaw, a blade. I mean, hell, a horse, a wolf, a tiger. It could have been, it could have been numerous things in a barn, bro. Arizism, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Much love back. Stewart, I think John is a fighting man, but he's old now. Well, hold on, people. Let's not talk about people being old. I mean, the only reason I bring John Fury up for being old is because of who is in comparison to who he's calling out. But Big John being old doesn't mean he won't take up another person's eye. And that's the point. Like him saying, hey, yeah, me and Carl Froch go in a building and I'll come out because I'm the better man. You'll come out because you probably did what it took to take him down. Because knowing older people, this is the worst thing you could ever do with anyone. Anyone older than you, is underestimate them. Because understand, someone's older than you, they're wise enough to know they don't have the stamina advantage. They may not have the speed. They may not have the power. But they know since they don't have those things, that makes them more dangerous. Because when you're dealing with someone older, I remember this story I had to give you guys. I was at this local casino called Boomtown. I spent many nights there. You know what I mean? Boomtown was probably like, that was my hangout spot. That was my cheers, okay? So if I was drinking, I would go there and have a drink. If I wasn't drinking, I would go there and have a water with lemon and cherries and all that stuff, okay? And one time I was there, one occasion, I was there, man, and it was this chick was checking me out. She was pretty hot that I could remember. But then there was another guy that was beside her. I thought it was a pops. I didn't know. They were there together, meaning they were together, okay? He was definitely claiming her as his significant other. Now, based on her body language and the way she looked at me, I don't think the same was for her. Nonetheless, that did not stop that older gentleman from telling me, hey man, what you looking at? What are you looking at? And at first I looked at him and said, huh? What are you looking at? Older guy. I mean, older. I mean, and bro, this probably had to be maybe 8 years ago. So 8 years ago, I'm early 30s to mid 30s. I'm like 33, 34. And I'm thinking to myself, who the hell is this old bastard talking to? And it was surprising because that's what I'm thinking But the reality between me and him, yeah, right, Skrilla 50. The reality was this guy was telling me like, hey, what are you looking at? You need to look somewhere else. And I told him, I said, no, I was just talking to the lady right there. You old bastard. I didn't say that, but you know, that's what I'm thinking. You old bastard. Like, you know, balls on this guy, the old droopy balls on this guy telling me that. But then another thought hit me instinctively. Bro, the way this guy's talking, I bet you he has some heat. I bet you he has some iron, and he has some friends in that iron that they can all run faster than I can. So I was like, okay, I just let it go. Simply because instinctively, I knew maybe this guy's talking all this trash, not because he was this big dude or he was this badass, because I don't know if I was drinking that day. And since I don't know I was drinking that day, more than likely I was drinking that day. So if I was drinking that day, me and drinks versus fighting, that's not a good combination. Because I'm more aggressive when I drink, and I'm less tolerable for that type of stuff. You know what I mean? And I knew if I would have started hitting him, I would have hurt that old dude. But then maybe that old dude would have hurt me too. You know what I mean? And then not the way I hurt him, in another way that I don't want to see, that I may not walk away from. Okay? So, older people, they don't play with you. So saying all that, using my story to talk about how John Fury will tell Carl, hey, come into my barn, I'll bet I'll come out. He may come out because he'll do something that he knows that he has to do to make sure that he don't come out, to make sure that Carl Froch won't do the inevitable, like beat the living shit out of him. He will have to do something. In fact, instinctively, he would. I'm not going to fight this old bastard. You come in my barn, I'm going to shoot you. I'm going to stab you. I'm going to hit you with a brick. I'm going to go across your head with a 2x4. I'm going to hit you with some kind of stick. Bars. I'm going to hit you with whatever I need to hit you to show that I'm better than you, or I can definitely, if you impose me or you try to approach me or attack me, I'm going to defend myself either way I feel fit. It ain't going to be no bare knuckles in a barn closed off and locked and sealed. No way. No way. Okay? And John was just telling them that. Pretty much, yeah, you come on my property, I'll kill you. That's what he was saying. That's it. The older people have got to end quick. Yep, that's it. St. Don, that is it. They know they don't have time to mess around with a young guy. They're not going to let that young guy do what he would do, being a young guy. Let's put it to you this way. Let's look at it in terms of me. I'm in my early 40s. Me fighting someone that's 22. Now, given the shape the 22-year-old is in versus the shape that I'm in, let's say it's even for sake of argument. Okay, we're not going to talk about maybe he's no. If this guy is in pretty decent shape and he's 22 years old, I got to knock his ass out. I got to do it quick. Because if I don't, the moment I get tired, because I mean, a real fight don't last long anyway. He will have the upper hand because he's more than likely stronger, maybe. He'll be faster, he'll be quicker, you know. But I think of myself when I was 22. A 22-year-old Kurt versus me at my age now. It depends on who hits who first. I'm a lot heavier. I got size on him. I got size on 22-year-old Kurt. You know, but 22-year-old Kurt has speed. You know, so, but I don't have time to. Yeah, come on. What's up? Because pretty soon it's gonna be. Right? Psycho Crusher, Subvert CP to you. CP to you too, brother. John Fury should run the gauntlet. First Sugar Hill Stewart if he gets by him. then Froch, and lastly Iron Mike. I don't know, like Sugar Hill Stewart, man, he got size over Sugar Hill. How old is Sugar Hill though? Sugar Hill got to be at least 50. Sugar Hill ain't no young cat. He ain't no young cat. If you notice anything about older guys that you don't see grays and stuff like that, you see their faces shaved. They shaving that damn face because they don't want you to. They don't want to see that salt and pepper stuff. You know that salt and pepper stuff. I just don't have salt and pepper stuff. I don't dye my beard. People are like, man, what do you use on beard? I don't dye it because I don't have, my dad, he wasn't gray until he was like at least 60 something, so because he was 55, he caught cancer and the radiation turned his hair silver. But even after that, that turned black and curly again. So no, I mean, I don't have those problems, right? Oh yeah, Sugar Hill Stewart. Sugar Hill Stewart. Age.
According to Wikipedia, Sugar Hill Stewart is an American professional boxing trainer and former Detroit police officer, former chef.
Well, that's Emmanuel Stewart. Yeah. You know what? He doesn't reveal his age. Let's see. No. Nah, he won't reveal that. So, and then here's the deal. When a person don't want to tell you how old they are, wait a minute. Based on our research, he was born in 1975. He is now 47. 75. Now, if he was born in 75, bro, he's not 47. Because, I mean, 75 to 24. No. No, bro. He's right. Well, he'll be 48 this year. No, he'll be 49 this year. So that he's not that. He's 48. He'll be 49 because I know people that are born in 74 will be 50 this year. He was born in 75. He'll be 50 next year. That's how it looks like. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So he's 50. So, and then when you get to a certain age, it all depends on how well did you treat yourself. You know what I mean? Did you do a lot of drinking? Did you do a lot of drugs? Did you do a lot of this, do a lot of that? Like, did you live your life clean? Did you eat bad? Did you eat clean? What did you do? St. Don, my brother fought dirty. He'd pretend he was hurt, so I let him go. Then he'd kick my ass when I wasn't ready. Brotherly love. Yeah, that's dirty fighting. You think John is past that? You think he's not beyond that? Kurt talking about fighting a young cat and gassing out, and if he doesn't KO him fast, reminds me of Charlie Zelenov calling timeout when he got beat up. The thing is, Charlie Z wasn't even old. I don't think Charlie Z is old now. Charlie Z is probably about 36 years old. Let's see. But then again, I have a problem. I think everybody stays the same size. Yeah, he's 35. The dude was born in 88. I knew he wasn't an old dude. He just doesn't know how to fight. He just thinks welling away with hands teaches him how to fight. You know what I mean? That doesn't teach you how to fight. That dude, right? Charlie Z, no, bro. Charlie Z is no. He's a young cat. He just didn't want to get. He didn't know. See, anybody that doesn't know how to fight is going to do exactly what he did. He got his ass out of the ring, but that doesn't mean he didn't want to hurt you. See, some people, because they lack something, doesn't mean they're not still dangerous. He's a sneaky little shit. What he did was he let whatchamacallit turn his back, and then he comes and hits him. Yeah, man, you don't do that. I got teeth marks all over my head to this day. Damn. What up, Kurt? I am a current amateur boxer. I got my first fight in April. Got my first KO in sparring, so I'm feeling really good right now. Lex Gaming YouTube, man, this is what you should do. You should film it. You should film it, man. And if you win or whatever, send it to me on Instagram, man. I'll post it. You know, I'll post it on the community. Charlie Zelenov almost got himself killed from a cheap shot on Floyd Sr. Yeah, them boys wasn't playing with him. You know, it was, yeah, they wasn't playing any games with him, man. And you don't do anything like that. That just shows you how retarded he is. He's not all there. Something's wrong with that dude. Like something's mentally wrong with him. You know how people claim, oh, I got mental illness? No, he actually has a mental illness. Not a sign of depression and none of that shit. No, that's just like, hey, kind of self-esteem stuff. No, Charlie Z has problems, bro. He has problems. Xavier Williams. What's up, Kurt? I feel like everyone is underestimating AJ's punching power because all I've been hearing is Ngannou will KO AJ. But everyone forgetting AJ is a serious puncher. Yeah, he's a serious puncher. You better ask Otto Vailene. You better ask Andy Ruiz that put his big ass down the first time in his career. You better ask Dillian White. You better ask Kubrat Pulev. You better ask Vladimir Klitschko. Better ask Alexander Povetkin. You know, like, you know, that's okay. That's okay. You know, and then shout out to Jermaine Franklin, man. Jermaine Franklin showed that, hey, I can keep a licking and keep on ticking. So shout out to Jermaine Franklin. See, Jermaine Franklin was a guy that had everybody doubting AJ's tenacity, AJ's punching power, AJ's everything, really. See, everyone expected AJ to knock out Franklin. But I think in AJ's mind, he was like, you know what? This dude is built too much like Andy Ruiz for me to be messing around trying to get overzealous, trying to knock this guy out when he ain't ready to knock out or he's not meant to knock out. Charlie Z and Wilder are delusional. No, man, those are different types. Yeah. Mr. Zane, Dwayne, I agree with you on that. You don't compare those two in the same division of being delusional because Zelenov thought he was, dude, Zelenov actually thought he was like a world champion. He got a belt off of Amazon and he used to hold it up like he was the champ. Dude, yeah, man, and you know what's funny about Charlie Z? Charlie Z could go somewhere and claim, I'm the champion of the world, man. I'll knock anybody the fuck out. I've taken on the best, man. I was in there with Floyd Mayweather Sr. I was in there with Deontay Wilder. And yeah, they tried to bully me and everything. So, you know, I'm the best. You know, I'm a champion. I've got so many knockouts. I've kicked somebody's ass. I've knocked people the fuck out in the gym. They put on those gloves. They never knew what hit them. You know what I mean? I'm a force to be reckoned with. I can fight anybody. I'm the champ, bro. Nobody's never beat me and all that stuff, man. He can get there in a bar and talk a bunch of shit to a bunch of people, you know, that won't know any better. Well, you're for real. Hey, we got a fucking champion boxer over here, man. Listen to him. Listen to him, man. Dude, you was in there with that big boy, big black boy? You was in there with him? What happened? Oh, he sucker punched you. It's bad, man. John Fury must be tired of living first. He challenged Mike Tyson, now Frotch. Man, he ain't gonna fight them guys. I mean, he wants that publicity around him and feels good. I'm gonna Google Charlie. I wonder where he is. Well, I mean, you know, any publicity is good publicity. I mean, he's a nationality American or Russian. Okay. July 27th, 1988. He's 35 years of age. Since Z Money couldn't cut it as a real box, he decided to make his own fake promotion. He would call it the Underground Boxing Federation. Of course, being the founder of his fake boxing promotion, Charlie Zelenov would crown himself the champion. I'll knock anybody the fuck out. Yeah. The only person that has to believe in him is this girl, man. Is his wife, because he's married. Her name is Daria Zelenov. Underground Boxing Federation. Yeah. That's what he calls it. If you look, Charlie Zelenov will come and, like, he'll come at you about 6 or 7 punches, and then after you stop, after he wells on you, because you'll be thinking, like, what the hell? I would love Zeely to do that, because I know Charlie. You know, if you know him, you know him. They're like, man, put these gloves on, man. Put them on. All right, you step the fuck back. If you don't, I'm gonna hit you bare knuckle. Because all he's gonna do is sucker you. As soon as you put one on, bah, 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 bah. He's gonna go upside your head, man. And when you say timeout, he'll be like, yeah, yeah. I'm like, yeah, this dude's crazy. This dude is nuts. But then he's also kind of psychotic. So he's crazy on a psychotic like level, because he likes to hurt you. But he likes to hurt you in a cowardly like way. So yeah. Say Wilder's best opponent. Yeah, well, I mean, his best win was Ortiz. I mean, it damn sure wasn't Dominic Brazil. You know? Dominic Brazil, man. You know, look, Dominic Brazil got beat by Otto Eileen. So Otto Eileen just got beat by AJ. Okay. And that's it. I haven't seen Dominic Brazil since. You know, yeah, he knocked him out and they had their beef, and you know, I mean, he was once beaten at the time. He had a little run for a while. You know, who did he beat? He beat he beat he beat a couple undefeated guys. But I mean, he just couldn't hack it, you know? Yeah, he couldn't hack it. So then he goes up, fights Wilder, gets knocked out the first round. And one thing about Wilder, man, Wilder's not gonna box you. He just want to set you up for that punch. That's all he wants to do, set you up with that shot. He doesn't have to. Why box you? Why outpoint you? Why look like the better guy when he can knock you out? He did make me laugh, yeah. Charlie Zelenov. I do give Wilder respect for following up on his threat bars with Z. Well, Wilder, I think, is a different person then. I think he's different now. I think he's changed. Now, is that for the better? I don't know. How about Stavern? Yeah, but Stavern wasn't a real proven guy. I mean, as far as levels, you know, Stavern, boxer, let's see. Yeah, Bermain Stavern. Let's look at him for a minute. I don't know if he's still fighting. I mean, he has 6 losses, 1 draw. Okay, let's look at his boxing record, right? So, yeah, dude, he's lost his last 3. Jonathan Gentry, Trevor Bryan, bro. Joe Joyce, Deontay Wilder, and these are far few in between. So he got knocked out. He got knocked out by Wilder in November of 17. Then he takes a year and a half off and fights in February of 2019. He gets beat by Joe Joyce. He waits another 2 years. Of January of 2021, he gets stopped by Trevor Bryan. And then another 2 years, he fights Jonathan Gentry, and he loses by unanimous decision in Miami, Florida, 10 rounds. So he did a 10-rounder where he loses. He did an 11-rounder where he loses. He did a 6-rounder where he loses. And he did a first round where he lost. So, I mean, he's really not really been active, man. I mean, this guy fights every 2 years. So you look at, he's only fought twice, bro, in the last 8 years since 2015. So, no, I mean, yeah, I mean, he fought. No, he fought Ray Austin for the WBC silver heavyweight title. Okay, so at some point, here's the deal. At some point, he retained the WBC silver heavyweight title by fighting and beating Chris Arreola. Then he beats him again, and he won the vacant WBC heavyweight title. So him and Chris Arreola fought in May 10th of 2014. All right. Then the next year he fights Deontay Wilder and loses that belt 7 months later. And or should I say 9 months later. And then he fights Derek Rossi. Then he goes out and fights Deontay Wilder again. Deontay knocks him out in the first round, and he loses this next 3. And they're always been like 14, 2015, then 17, then 19, then 21, and then 23. So yeah, this dude, he's very inactive. So I mean, what does that mean for Wilder? It doesn't mean much, because the guys you beat have to be worthy and have to hold a certain standard. If they don't mean much. The win doesn't mean much. Now, you could always claim that, hey, maybe he was never the same when Wilder got him out of there in the first round. A lot of people love to say that and run with that narrative, but who's to say that shit's true? Who's to say to the fact that maybe he wasn't worth the shit to begin with? Maybe it came about the people that he was fighting. You know, you have to remember, this is Don King's last chance, or one of his last chances, because he had Bermain Stavern, he had Trevor Bryan. Okay, Trevor Bryan had the vacant WBA. He lost to Gentry, whoever the hell. I don't know who the hell that is. Probably another Don King guy. So Don King, you know, he's been off the top rank shelf for a long time. He's not a top shelf promoter anymore. You know, so, yeah. Mr. Isaac, good day, brother. Counterpunch to you. If I lost versus Trevor Bryant, I wouldn't show my face in public either. Yeah, Ortiz was probably better, but Stavern achieved more. I guess, I mean, but then, like, just because you got been a champion, I mean, listen. Charles Martin achieved more than Ortiz, but he didn't beat Ortiz. But here's the funny thing. When they fought, he dropped Ortiz twice. He dropped Ortiz with a jab one time, bro. That was embarrassing. I was like, this dude's done. He's done, man. Did you hear that Ryan Garcia's house was robbed after his Devin Haney conflict, and he might try to pull out of the fight because of the arena? Well, Ryan ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. He's gonna make that money, and if he does, his credibility won't mean much. It won't. It won't. It was a good knockout. Stavarian was buckled on the ropes out of there. Yeah, Wilder knocked him out. Wilder just got tired of playing with him. Wilder knew, well, I can take him. Didn't Wilder and Dominic Breazeale almost get into a real fight at a hotel before the fight? Not before the fight, no. It was... It wasn't even Dominic Breazeale and Wilder. It was Dominic Breazeale and Marcelos. See, regardless of how the relationship was now between Marcelos and Deontay, Marcelos used to start a lot of shit. You know, and because he used to start a lot of shit, he had an entourage, and Dominic was there supporting a guy that was fighting, I think, Wilder, I believe. I forget who he was. I forget who he was supporting. I was impressed by the other dude. Anyone seen the YouTube video of Ryan fighting some random dude in the park? It was a competitive fight. No, I didn't see that. You just, with Ryan, you just got to worry about the left hook. That's it. I mean, he's fast, but he's just a hooker. While Marcelos was fighting Wilder's battles, Wilder was shaking the sheets with Marcelo's girlfriend. Yeah, I hate that type of stuff went down, man. Because imagine if you were Marcelos. And then there's Deontay. And Deontay got all the support, all the money, you know. Marcelos is probably pretty much coattailing off of his brother, waiting for his brother to throw him $5 or $6 grand. You know what I mean? Here you go, little brother. Just do what you do. Here's 10,000, man. Go ahead. Go ahead and have some fun. That type of stuff. Go ahead to get your light cut back on, bro. You need to stay in the gym though if you want to have some money like me, you know, because I know these things. I know these things, Marcelos, and what you doing, man. I know your little hood rat over there. Don't worry about your little hood rat. Worry about getting in his gym. All right, man. Sorry, wrong night. It was called Venice Beach Fight. I hear the Charlo brothers are beefing if it to like Wilder and his brother. Yeah, they got some type of thing coming on. James King Cash Bash always coming in. Finally, at last. Bars. Peace. Where's the trailer for Knockout Chaos? I don't know, man. We need to see it, but that kind of puts you, that gets you to thinking like, okay. You know, I think I've seen a little bit of it yesterday. I think they showed it yesterday on DAZN, was it? Wilder wasn't making real money until the first Fury fight. Well, Skrilla 50, here's the thing. If you're making $300,000, $400,000 a fight, you're still making money. You're not making the type of money where you can live like Mike Tyson or Floyd Mayweather, but you're still making money, bro. You know what I mean? Even after taxes, he's probably bringing home 100,000, 150,000, you know, a fight. You know what I mean? And he okay, let's say Wilder made $300,000 for a fight person, whatever year, just that year. And that year, you know, after taxes, if he's making 300,000 and he can make another 300,000, that's 600 grand. We have to look at it in terms of like living off your means. You know, it's all about the budget and how you budget your life. You know, at what limitations. You have to have limitations. You can't do this, you can't do that. He had enough money to do what he needed to do. You know? Then he fought all those bums and got all those free checks. Really? Think about it. If you fight a bum and get $200,000, if somebody gave me $200,000 to fight someone that no one's ever heard of, I'm going to do it. I'm going to knock his block off. I'm going to put his ass out of his misery just like Wilder did. That's what Wilder did. Wilder, you have to think about it. Wilder made a shitload of money, not in terms of money as far as like Canelo and not that type of money, but he made a lot of money fighting guys that we never heard of. And you have to look at, if you look at the pay scale versus the people, the opposition, he did pretty good. He did pretty good. You know what I mean? So even if he got $100,000 to fight, okay, that leaves him with 75 grand. Shit, you do that twice or three times a year, shit, you got over $200,000. You know what I mean? Unless he smokes crack or a gambler or something else, you know, or he has some gold digger that's taking all of his money or whatever, he'll be fine. And then who knows? Wilder's probably cheap. And then here's the thing. I know cheap guys that still have money, and they're called cheap based on the stuff that normal people buy versus what they don't feel worthy to buy. I got an uncle. This cat probably has $2-3 million in the bank. He's not hurting at all. But here's the thing. He's not going to go buy just anything either. You might call him cheap. He might be cheap in your mind, but then he'll go buy some gold bullion. He'll go buy 100 pounds of silver, but he won't go and spend $100 on a steak. He's not going to do that. You see what I mean? So people spend their money in different ways. Some people spend their money on investments, and some people just spend their money on bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Wilder went from $300,000 to AJ slave wage. He did. That's why I don't understand why he didn't take that money. But see, him fighting Joshua at that minute, he thought cash out. He thought, I'm going to make enough money or as much money as I can. Yeah, God of War, financially smart. You know, he was a small-time baller. You know, that's all. Because here's the thing. I don't make that, and I live good. I don't live like, you know, what am I going to do? Money. No. So I know someone like Wilder didn't, I mean, he needed to do that because he needed something to do in his life. He needed a career. He tried football, he tried basketball, but it wasn't for him. So he tried boxing. Wilder was making millions before Fury. What you about? Robert Brown. I don't know about millions. Talking about counting someone else's money. Well, that's exactly what we do when we talk about somebody's wage. You gotta call it a buck. He wasn't making millions. He made his first million when he fought Luis Ortiz. And I think it was 1.9. Luis Ortiz made 500 grand. Yeah, that's what's reported. Okay, so if you're gonna call me a liar, that means you're calling what everybody else said or reported as a lie too. Where do I sign up for those AJ slave wages? I know, right? I'll do it. I'll fight AJ tomorrow. I will fight Anthony Joshua. What's the date? The day's the 25th. I will fight Anthony Joshua on the 26th, which is tomorrow. At any time frame. Just get me on a plane. I'll fight him just how I am right now for $12.5 million. I'll fight him in 2 weeks for $12.5 million. I'll fight him next week for $12.5 million. I'll fight him next month for $12.5 million. I mean, bro, it's $12.5 million. That's life-changing money. That's life-changing money. Give me that opportunity. I'm with you. Do your research for yourself. Robert Brown, you haven't think I did research on Deontay Wilder? And the reason why I asked you that is because Deontay Wilder, based on what he made, okay, it says, look, what that being said, let's analyze how much Deontay Wilder's worth. Now get this. Wilder is worth, according to Forbes, career earnings top 100 million for Wilder, but his estimate net worth is 50 million. Without being a champion anymore, Deontay Wilder has managed to remain in the 5-digit realm due to his spectacular knockout power. Okay, now, see, this is the problem with Forbes, though. Forbes has you, well, the Forbes list, Wilder earned $10 million for the first fight against Tyson Fury, and then combined $40 million for the next 2 fights against the Gypsy King. So that's $50 million. But understand, how many fights did he make before that? We're not talking about what he made with Tyson. We're talking about what he made. You're saying he made millions before that. This only talks about what he made with Tyson Fury, though. Let's look at this fight purses. With medical bills in the U.S., you'll probably need $12.5 million. Chris Esperin. Hey, Kurt, CP to you. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Ortiz fight made like 10 to 5 million. Well, see, that's funny. If he made $100 million, why isn't he up past Fury? That's bullshit, you know. Yeah, you got to go back before that, because a lot of this stuff now, when they start adding shit up, they want to add stuff that's not accurate. So let's do this. How much was Deontay Wilder's fight purse against Luis Ortiz? The official purses for Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz rematch list. Wilder is at $3 million and Ortiz is at 1.5. That's the second rematch. What about the first? I hate pop-ups, bro. They probably got like 30, 50 mil tops. Both fighters went into the fight unbeaten as professionals, and both were widely regarded to be the toughest opponents for each other's fighter's career. Wilder was to earn a career high of $2.1 million for the first Ortiz fight, and Ortiz made $500,000. That's exactly what the fuck I said. That's exactly what I said. You guys have the ability to go back and look exactly what I said. You know what I mean? So I don't know how the hell you get 10 million from that, but whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. And Ngannou made more in one fight than he did in his entire MMA career. It's those blockbuster fights that make the money. Absolutely. Hell, Wilder's good now. Wilder just knew he needed a check and he got it. You know, but obviously, which I have to take my hat off to him, that hasn't stopped him as far as training and wanting to fight other people, even though we don't know who the hell he's fighting. He's still training to fight somebody. Okay? He's trying to fight somebody. Wilder probably got like 30 to 50 million tops. Well, whatever he made was 8 or 9 times more. That was when, like, this part of his career, he's going to make a lot more. As a world champion, 2.1 million is awful. Well, that's what he got. Hey, Kurt, what movie you working on lately about to? I just finished Walker, Texas Ranger. I'm a sheriff. Was it Sheriff Ortiz? Yeah. No. It was Sheriff Gomez. Sheriff Gomez. Kurt, Wilder fans can't use inactivity and age as an excuse to Parker's power and the last thing to go. That's the only thing he had was a right straight hook and overarm. Wilder was overrated. I hope Wilder fights Ruiz, but I've got a feeling it will be another lemon. Well, I mean, he has to fight though. Can't wait for Dune 2. Yeah, I look forward to it. I'm gonna watch that, man. Damn, that's messed up. Ruiz is making a guarantee of $1 million, and Ortiz is getting $550,000. That's jacked up. They should have split that shit down the middle, but they gave, $1 million to Ruiz because he was a former champion. Fury overrated too. Francis beat his ass. Jurassic Park 7 to come out in 2025. I hope the script is better because the last one was crap. Well, here's the thing. Hope Deadpool Wolverine not a flop. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too. Who's playing Wolverine in that? Is that what it's called, Deadpool and Wolverine? Yeah. Okay, when does it come out? Oh, release date July 26. Oh man. Okay. Owen Wilson is Morbius? Damn, what happened to my boy? Damn, Bossier City, I call him. Shit. Let's see. Let's see, what's his name? Jared Leto. Whatever happened to Jared Leto? Yeah, I'm glad Hugh Jackman came back. I really enjoyed Logan. Oh, hey guys, you know I was yeah, I was called for Logan. They wanted me to double. You guys remember Coming to America? His name is Eric LaSalle. They wanted me to double Eric LaSalle. And I was like, nah, I'm good. I was gonna do it. They wanted me to do a stair fall. And I was like, nah. To be fair, I never did stair fall. And one thing about me, I'm not breaking my back or risking my life for something that I don't know how to do or what to do. Apparently, Harry Potter actor playing a variant of Wolverine. Yeah, I've seen that. Was that Daniel Radcliffe? Let's see. Because, I mean, he's short. He's short enough to. Because Daniel Radcliffe, bro, he's short, bro. Yeah, he's 5'5". Wolverine is actually 5'4". He's a short little shit. The actual character, Wolverine. No, he's not playing him, though. No. No, I think that was just a parody. That was just a rumor. The best shorts videos on Tyson Fury be found on the YouTube Face Replace channel. Oh, yeah. You ever do any work with Michael Jai White? No, I have not. No. Not yet, anyway. I've never worked with Michael Jai White. Love his movies. Great martial artist, but never worked with him. Yeah, great channel, buddy. If Fury flops the Usyk again, Fury should get stripped. Well, I mean, he should, and I don't think that. I think it should be a point where, you know, this is look. It'll get ridiculous, and then what's going to happen is it's going to lose steam. It's just going to lose steam. And then boxing will be exactly where the fuck it was last year, because then you'll still have Tyson talking a bunch of shit, not fighting, and then you'll have Usyk still training and worried about mandatories. And I think what will happen if it gets postponed again, the IBF is going to be the first ones to say, you know what, fuck this. We've gave you guys enough time. Tyson Fury, you're full of shit. But it's not even about Fury. It's about Usyk. So we're not worried about this guy. We're worried about you being the IBF champion. We don't care about Fury. We don't care what happened to him in sparring. We don't care if he tore a tendon. We don't care if he did some coke. We don't care what he did. It ain't got nothing to do with you, and you got to fight the mandatory. So guess what, buddy? You're going to fight the mandatory, or we're going to strip you anyway. So it ain't gonna matter. You don't have to worry about Tyson Fury. You're going to have to worry about getting this damn IBF belt back from whoever we give it to. So that's it. What's your view on the Canelo fighting Burlingame May 4th? I don't know who that is. I don't know who Burlingame is. So yeah, I mean, if Canelo fighting someone we don't know is typical Canelo. You know, Canelo's been doing that shit for years. If you can remember, before he went out to fight all of those other fighters at 168, you know, he fought the guy named is it Yildirim? Remember Yildirim? No, but I never heard of Yildirim. The IBF stripped Crawford, and he is still waiting on the Spence rematch. Exactly. That's look. If Fury does something else, the 10 million, sure, it's going to go to the other person, but that's only if he fights that other person. This is what I suppose. I think that fighter should get $10 million anyway. The guy that's not called in, the guy that's not bullshitting, the guy that's not making excuses, the guy that doesn't allow strange, weird shit to take place in look, they should get 10 million. So Usyk should get, here you go, Usyk, he's $10 million, and they should take it from Tyson. So whenever Tyson goes to fight, he should get 10 million deducted from him because Alexander Usyk already has his 10 million. That's how it should be. What do you think of Tank versus Frank? I think it's a great fight. I think Frank Martin versus Tank Davis will be a high-paced fight as long as it lasts. Usyk has taken some punishment, and you can see already that he's slowing. Look at the Triple D fight. Usyk is not the same version of who outboxed AJ. Lion's opinion. Absolutely. Absolutely not, he's not. The Usyk that fought AJ the first time versus the Usyk that fought him even the second time ain't the same. I've been saying that forever. Quiet SP. What's up, Kurt? Counterpunch from Niger. Counterpunch to you, brother. Good to see you in here. But yeah, Tank versus Frank is a good fight. Great fight, bro. Great fight. Hatton versus Prince Nassim Ahmed. Who wins in their prime? De La Hoya versus Calzaghe, but back to you, Kurt. This version of AJ destroys Usyk? I don't know. I mean, maybe. But, I mean, at this point, who cares? AJ fighting Usyk. He couldn't beat Usyk twice. Usyk beat him back-to-back. What else do you need to see? No, I don't want to see that again. I'm tired of seeing rematches, bro. Tired of seeing them. AJ versus Usyk. Okay. 3? No. I don't want to see that again. AJ did better the second time. So you think if he wins, would you be surprised? Because he did a lot better than he did the first fight. He was damn near stopped in the first fight. Let's be real, people. He had AJ busted up, swollen up, gassing out, damn near giving up. Come on, man. AJ was trying, but AJ just couldn't beat Usyk, bro. That Usyk would have beat any guy there. That Usyk that night would have beat Fury, Ruiz, White, Wilder, Parker. He would have beat all of them. He would have beat them all that night. That guy that fought AJ that first time would have beat them all. The speed, the skill, you could tell he was chiseled. The man was, you can tell his body frame. His body was different, bro. He had a whole different body type at that point. He was faster, quicker, sharper. You know, when he fought AJ the second time, a lot of his shots were just these kind of slapping shots. He still had the movement, you know. He still had the movement, but they were not the same. You know, in the first fight, he was just like, you know, bop, 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 step in, bop, bop, bop. He was stepped in. The second fight, he was almost like an aging guy. He was just aging, bro. Yeah, I'm with you. He had his chance. Look, it's over. It's over. He had his chance. That's a wrap. I don't want to see a third fight. It wasn't like Joshua almost stopped him in this fight, but no, he just got outboxed twice. No knockdowns, no nothing. If you get outpointed, you get outpointed. 100%. No rematch unless it's for undisputed. Well, if it's for undisputed, that means they are the last guy standing throughout everything else. And we still got shitted on as boxing fans because at least we wanted to see Wilder and Joshua. We didn't even see that shit. So now we seeing, look, I would rather see AJ fight Deontay once than to see AJ fight Usyk again for undisputed. I don't care really about undisputed as long as it happens. Let me say that again. I don't really care about undisputed as long as it happens. Tyson Fury to fight Alexander Usyk those are the two guys that have done what they're supposed to do. Tyson Fury, he fought Francis Ngannou, got the shit beat out of him. Okay, scathed away with a decision, and then he beat Wilder, and then he beat White, and then he took on Chisora and gave him a $2 million check. Shit, I wish I had that $2 million check. So, you know what I mean? Whereas Usyk, he had to fight Joshua again, and he fought his mandatory Daniel Dubois, and he hasn't fought since then, There you go. Hit the like button, guys. Show love to Counterpunch Boxing News. Yeah, man. People don't like to hit that like button these days, man. AJ only wins if Usyk comes in with a stick. Ika Barabuchi wants to make a comeback to boxing. You know what? I'm against that now. Ika Barabuchi is 50 years old. He's 50. I'm sorry, he's 50 years old. It's over. That's a sad thing look, listen. It's over. Ika Barabuchi goes down the same way I look at Tony Ayala. You guys remember Tony Ayala? He was the #1 contender. I believe it was 1983. Boom. Greetings from South Wales, Kurt. DJ Anton. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Zhang would put his fist through Usyk's tummy. Ruiz beats SJ much better. Dubois wasn't undefeated either. So who Usyk beat really? Del Boy? He beat everybody he was in the ring with, bro. That's it. He beat everybody that he was in the ring with. Kurt, will you do a live stream for AJ and Ngannou? Yeah, I will. I'll be in Colombia, but I'll do it. I'll be out of town. Yeah, I would Ika Barabuchi has been training in Abuja recently, but he can't make a comeback. He should focus on training a new generation. Yeah, I mean, if he was going to fight anyone, it would be someone older, not someone young. And the only reason they beat him because they were young and he just ran out of steam because he's so old, because he spent so much time in prison. Like, I don't want that, man. I don't want that. I don't want that for him. You know what I mean? His legacy, listen, Ika Barabuchi's legacy is as an undefeated heavyweight champion that beat guys that became champion. He just never got to that particular point because of outside inner demons and outside interference. However, boxing fans will always remember Ika Barabuchi. But if Ike tries to come back now, trying to turn back the hands of time, he will lose, and he will taint his own legacy, because the only thing that we can say, well, he came back as old as shit and he got his ass whooped. No. How about not trying that at all? How about this? How about opening a gym? How about training the next generation? How about showing people not to do what you did so they can go farther than you went? How about that? Not this shit you're talking about. I want to make a comeback at 50 years old. Man, come on, bro. Stop. That's just being, that's like Floyd doing all these exhibitions. Floyd should focus on Tank. Floyd should focus on the fighters that he has in his stable. He should not want to be still in the spotlight. Ooh, right? He shouldn't be that way. Would you think of doing an outro with your drums? That's a good question. Hold on a second. You mean these? Yeah, man, I haven't. Dude, I haven't played in months. It's crazy. Ever since I got a tenant. Yeah. These need tuning though. I want to buy a conga because Ibra. No, Ibra. Macho. Ibra. So yeah. Larry Holmes pisses on Ike's face. Larry Holmes is a lot older though, bro. He's a lot older than him. Larry Holmes versus Barry Bucci. I think Ike, when they were in their prime for prime, Ike knocks out Larry Holmes because what happens is Larry Holmes. We've seen Ike against very elusive fighters. Appreciate you. Nice drumming. Dude, I haven't had these. These been in my trunk. So. Man, that car sounds terrible. I think of Black Panther when you play Kurt. Mumbai. Yeah, man, that's yeah, I was thinking about I was just talking about that movie yesterday. Yeah, Black Panther, man, it was crazy. It was like I mean, it hits different because like it was just really like this huge movie, like the biggest movie that I was ever in 6 years ago. We filmed it like 7 years ago. Came out in 2018. Okay. And the crazy thing was, I always hold a little guilt on that movie because after the filming was over, I started to see Chadwick, and he was just getting smaller and then smaller. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with him? You know, and like first thing I said, damn, is he smoking crack? That's what I said. And boy, I was so wrong. And when I really found out, like, yo, Matter of fact, I found out he died. Okay, because my ex-girlfriend called me, and this is when COVID happened, and she was like, "Hey, Kurt, I mean, sorry to bother you or whatever, because I wasn't really talking to her at the time, but she called me, and she was like, oh my God, you know, the guy you worked, you know, Black Panther." I'm like, "Yeah, what Black Panther?" She's like, "Yeah, Chadwick Boseman, you know, he died." I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, he died." I mean, he had cancer. He had like stage 4. Was it colon? I think it was colon cancer. And I felt so bad because I'm like, what Chadwick been smoking? He get a little money and he started smoking crack. That's the first thing I said, and I was just like, damn. And I really didn't know. But I think he didn't want people to feel sorry for him. But I mean, but like, what could you feel sorry for, especially based on the time that I worked with him? Now, the last movie he did was The Five Bloods. And it's on Netflix, guys, if you want to check it out. And you could see he was just small, bro. I mean, skinny. You could tell that cancer was doing a number on him. And you know, but yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, he didn't tell anyone. I mean, and he was in shape, bro. He was athletic, because there were only 6 people that worked, really, or 5 other people that worked close with him, and I was one of them. And because I doubled Forrest Whitaker, which his name was Zuri. He was the uncle of Killmonger in Black Panther, or yeah. So, and it was Chadwick Boseman. It was Michael B. Jordan, and it was Forrest Whitaker. And I doubled Forrest Whitaker. A guy named Kofi, an African guy. He doubled Black Panther. And Khalid, another guy from Africa. He's from Egypt, I think. He doubled Michael B. Jordan. So, you know, like, it was just 6 of us, and we pretty much did choreography, and we let the actors do it, and then the stunt performers did it, and then the actors did it, and the stunt performers did it. And I mean, it was just like that. But my grandfather passed from the same thing. Psycho Crusher. Man, I'm sorry to hear that. Rest in peace, Black Panther. Have you seen the penitentiary movies, Kurt? What penitentiary movies? Penitentiary. I don't know. No, I don't know what that is. This is honestly what I think. Fury loses to Usyk, Zhang beats Parker, and then he gets injured. AJ steps in and becomes 3-time heavyweight champion, and of course, undisputed champion. That could happen, but then, you know, AJ would then probably retire. Because, I mean, I think AJ would retire. If AJ became either 3-time heavyweight champion or undisputed, AJ would retire, because there's no reason AJ would be around. He wants the belts. That's his goal. And I think if AJ has his goal, I think AJ will retire from the sport. Did they have to put the bumps on the back of your neck like Whitaker has? No. They have what you call a Texas switch. Texas switch is like a it's where they take your face and put the actor's face on. Coolness. Check them out. I never heard of it. I mean, where do I look at it at? Go, go, go. Kurt, were you in Black Panther? Muhammad Rihan. Yes, actually I was. I was a stunt double of Forrest Whitaker, which is the character Zuri. I like that drum solo. YouTube, 2 Steps from Hell, always gets me up for a bit of COD. Okay. Dude, I had oxtails for lunch, and it's like heavy, and it's weighing on me. Great time to do some jump rope and shit, huh? Kurt, who wins? Muhammad Ali versus Jack Johnson. I don't know, because see, we really never knew Jack Johnson's full potential, because I believe Jack Johnson was in a society, he was in a world, bro. That era that he was in, that age he was in. He was I think he could dive. Yeah, Jack Johnson, bro. He I think they threatened his family or something like that. I mean, I think he took a dive. Now, if you could only get one of the women in your intro to dance while you were playing the drums. Yeah. I would definitely. I know exactly who I would get. Well, it would be out of 2, and they're both Brazilians. You know what I mean? Yeah, I would definitely. I got some in mind. Actually, my first model. Yeah. She would definitely do wonders. I mean, that may happen one day. But I haven't been to Brazil in a couple years, so I don't know. You know what I mean? I never dated an American Brazilian. I've always dated a Brazilian. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that is a good one. Kurt's models are gorgeous. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Some are just friends, you know, and it's like big ass lizard running across the way, having fun. But yeah, most of them I dated, but no, I mean, so some of them I'm still cool with, some of them, you know, whatever. But yeah, it's but at the time, yeah, I mean, it's like they made the channel what it was. I know a lot of people didn't like the models, because I heard some people like, Kurt, I have respect for your channel. Friends, yeah, right, Kurt. But St. Don, I'm still surprised how Saka dealt with that much pressure at the time, as he has gone better. You in the park, Kurt? Yeah, man, I'm in the park, loving it, man. You come out to Austin, like Austin's shit. I like Austin. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't be here. You know? Probably be in DR or Brazil. You know? Brazil! Hicks country. Kurt, I could bear Bucci versus Evander Holyfield. Ooh, I don't know, man, because the Prime Holyfield was a banger. Man, Holyfield would go with you. How long you going to Colombia for, Kurt? It'll be there 8 days. Kurt, you went to Brazil to get those models? Nope. No, I didn't. I went to Brazil the first time in 2012. Watch it in Colombia because I hear they're drugging Americans. Yeah, I heard that. I've been to Colombia before, bro. It ain't like my first rodeo in Colombia. So, you know, I mean, any country, especially when now, see, you got DR, you have Colombia, Puerto Rico, more DR in Colombia, Brazil. You have a lot of American tourists. And you have all these Americans go down there, and they go down there to, you know, to shore their royal oats and all that stuff. And it's like, look, that only makes opportunity for people, or only a temptation for people to have or to do bad things, especially when you're careless. People like to steal your passports, shit, your kidney. Yeah, it's bad down there. Kurt, Max Baer, Deontay Wilder were both world level and near elite, but both the hardest in history. Yeah. Wilder ain't never killed nobody though. Drumming of peace. Yeah, it's cool. It's relaxing. Kurt, gotta love it and leave it. Been a pleasure. Always have a blessed Sunday afternoon. God bless Kurt. Nikki Blue Eyes Austin. Always a pleasure and the place to be. See you soon. See you later. Alligator. After a while, crocodile. Bars. Drums of peace. Fury is snot bubble. That's crazy. Wilder never boxes the way he hits pads. He looks good on the pads, not fighting, though. Yeah, a lot of people think repetition. You know, jab, right hand, left hook, right cross. I mean, it looks good, you know. Lions opinion, good night. Hi, Kurt. What are your thoughts on Ngannou AJ? I am putting a couple of quid on Ngannou by KO. That's a smart move, though. It's an aggressive one because people are going to think AJ is going to run through him. So yeah, I think, yeah, why not? Imagine the people that put money on Andy Ruiz to beat Anthony Joshua. I mean, it was, you know, that would have been a smart move. If I could go back in time, oh yes, I'd be a rich man right now. Give me $10,000 on Andy Ruiz to beat Anthony Joshua round 7 by stoppage. Oh, God. Somebody had to fly to Vegas. AJ is going to break him. Yep. Hey, Kurt, hope you're good. Everyone jab that like. Absolutely. Look, there's so many possibilities, though. There's so many possibilities of so many fights happening. Because you have Philip Bergovic, you have Daniel Dubois, you have Anthony Joshua, you have Joseph Parker, Sealy Zhang. Then you have reoccurring guys that lost but will be back. You got Jarrell Miller, you got Joe Joyce, you got Deontay Wilder. Who else is there? What about Arslanbek Markmadov? You remember him? Kurt, David Tua versus Joseph Parker in their primes. David Tua, bro. David Tua, Joseph Parker. It's almost like David Tua like gave birth to Parker, but it's not David Tua. David Tua was an absolute monster when it comes to punching. And then he was just so powerful. And see, David Tua didn't understand the power he had. He didn't even really understand it. He was just like, I think he knew he had power, but I don't think he knew the degree of power that he had. You break my record, now I break you like I break your friend. Chung Lee. Yeah, man. Lion's opinion, if you can't see, I can't help you, just come back a little fella. You break my record like I break you, like I break your friend. Yeah, that's what he told him before Van Damme. Yeah! Chung Lee, baby. Kumite. Wait. That's what they call this. That's what they call it, Bloodsport, kid. Your heart's on fire. We're gonna take it over the wire. Mind and body are a perfect team. Love that, man. Man, I used to work out to that shit all the time. Like I had a like boots to asses list. I call it the boots to asses list. And it was me working out, bro. And I would work out to that shit, and I would just be pumped, bro. Just pumped, hitting it. The bottom one. He said, if you are Shiroshi Tanaka, if you are Tanaka, then show us the Denmark. What the hell is the Denmark? Death touch. Yeah, man, he was about to hit it. Hey, no. Show us the Denmark. The Denmark. Very good, but break not hit back. Yeah, Chung Lee was hating he was hating the whole movie. He was hating the whole movie, man. Chung Lee, Bolo Ying. You know he lives in LA now. I would love to meet him, man. I would love to meet him. I miss John Sexton. I miss Bob Wall. I missed a lot of good fighter, like a good martial artist, man. Benny the Jet. We're friends on Facebook. You know, you want to meet guys like that. Like, of course, I can't wait to work with Michael Jai White, Jean-Claude Van Damme. They're still doing like kind of like straight to DVD movies, which a lot of those movies they do in Louisiana. So, they need guys that know martial arts, and if they know martial arts, it's like, yeah, it's just a matter of time. The ogre smashes the brick in his face. You said ogre. Yeah, Aaron. We nerds. Yeah. That's what we called them, though. You know what I mean? Like, even Samuel Jackson. Samuel Jackson, bro, was called Gator to me. When somebody said, man, Gator was on another movie. Gator. That was what he played. He played a crackhead in Jungle Fever. Now he's Luke Cage. Right? No, he's Nick Fury. Sorry, Luke Cage. Now he's Nick Fury. Every I see Donald Gibb in Bloodsport, I think Revenge of the Nerds. Donald Gibb, that's his name? It's not his name. Is it? Let's see. No. It is Donald Gibb. Shit. Damn. I thought it was Jackson. His name is Ogre. Pope's Fiction was Stewart Jackson. Was Samuel Jackson's best role. Jules. Jules was a funny character. Because he almost reminded me, I had a friend of mine named Jeremy. Matter of fact, he just reached out to me. I ain't heard from him like damn near a year. But we always had like, we kind of walked around and like we partied and stuff like that. But it was always, we had conversations like that. You know, kind of conversations we had, it was like the dialogue back and forth was pretty similar. He said, Rocky Marihara. No, Rocky Marshihara. Samoan dude, you know, half black Samoan. Big as hell. What he's gonna do? He's Samoan. Pulp Fiction is my favorite movie. The Big Kahuna Burger scene. I never had one myself. How are they? They're good. You mind if I have some of yours? He picked that damn burger. This is a tasty burger. Can't have a burger without, I'm a vegetarian, my girlfriend's a vegetarian, which makes me a vegetarian. But I do like the taste of a tasty burger. What's in this? Oh, I can go back before that. Like, what was it? What you having? I'm sorry we caught you boys at breakfast time. Sorry about that. What you having? Burger. No. Where'd you get it? McDonald's, Jack in the Box, Whataburger, where? Big Kahuna Burger. Oh, the Big Kahuna Burger. I hear they have some tasty burgers. He said, you know what they call a quarter pounder and cheese in France? No. What do they call it, Vince? Royale with cheese. Royale with cheese. You know why they call them that? Because of the matrix system? That's right. You a smart motherfucker. That's right. Oh, man. Kurt, who wins? Ray Mercer or David Tua? I say Tua simply because Ray Mercer didn't move his head enough. And then when you don't do that against David Tua, he will eventually knock your head off. You know what I mean? Because Ray Mercer was an offensive, dangerous guy that punched with hard intentions, but he did not have the proper defense to back up, the offense. Check out the big brain on Brad. Yeah, man, that was cool stuff, man. Man, that's crazy. It's funny. I remember that because for one, I watched it a lot, but when I was getting into acting and all that stuff, that was one of the show that was like I did a parody. And I did that for a friend of mine, Van White, in California. He filmed it, but he never did anything with it. He never sent, probably got busy and fuck it and probably erased it. But we did it at an apartment. And he was just like, how did it go with Vincent? How did it go? He said, sure, the path of the righteous man is beset on all sides, On the all sides on the sides of the iniquity and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is thee in the name of goodwill, of charity and goodwill, shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness. He is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who will attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee. No! Down! He was shooting and it was crazy. That was probably the best, probably fit. That was a good, that was a really good scene. Yeah, man. And furious anger, those who attempt to poison or destroy my brothers. So I was like, oh my God. Yeah. And he said that again. And he didn't kill that guy. Marvin. Oh my God. Marvin. Man, I don't even have an opinion. You gotta have an opinion. You think God can't? Oh, what the fuck, man? Man shot Marvin in the face. Marvin brains all over the back seat. This is crazy, man. Tua versus Big George. I don't know about that one. I say pain. Because I don't want to, like, George Foreman, bro, took some shots that a normal man couldn't take, and I wouldn't want to see people take. George was older too, bro. And when you're older, he almost lost that gym. I think he had to start fighting again because of that. The amount of times I tried to recite it, I don't think I ever got it right. Well, I looked at the dialogue, so, to be fair, that's what I was, that was my profession. That is my profession, rather, needless to say. It's just you look at it in a different ways, and you look at it as a bulk of work versus, can I pay my bills? Well, you pay your bills because you have to, but the bulk of work versus an actor and a stunt performer and stuff like that, that's pretty much, what you put your energy into is mostly, in a fair world is what you're supposed to get back. That's what you're supposed to succeed in, but that's not always the case. All right, Kurt, who wins, Riddick Bowe versus Ike Barabucci? I go for Ike because Riddick Bowe was big. Riddick Bowe was menacing, but see, Riddick Bowe, I think Riddick would have lost to Lewis, and he would have lost to Ike Barabucci too. Because I think if someone he fought that was his size, look at Andrew Galata. When he fought Andrew Galata was tapping that ass. Andrew just couldn't stop hitting him in the balls. The dude was nuts. He was better than Riddick Bowe. He beat him to the punch. He was a better combination fighter. You know what I mean? He had better everything. He just could not stop fouling this motherfucker. He could not stop. And I didn't understand why he couldn't stop. It was crazy. Prime Briggs versus Prime Hay. Be a bloodbath. No. I don't know. I mean, you remember those guys were going to fight. He called out David Hay. Jared Anderson versus Richard Torres is a future heavyweight in America. Them two are Americans' hope in the future. Hopefully. Galata just wanted to hurt him. Bad intentions. Kirk, boxing is better than MMA. Okay? I'm not saying it's not. I never said that it was. But, no, man, this has been fun. Been outside. I know the sun's going down, so may get chilly or whatever. But I will see you guys probably Tuesday or Wednesday with another live stream. Depends on what happens in the meantime. But in the meantime, stay tuned for a lot of content coming at you. 4 or 5 daily. I never close. We're open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Be blessed. Enjoy this last Sunday for the Monday that's ahead. Everybody, God bless, and you all have been counterpunched. Peace.